Hi Aries, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your October 2016 forecast for the month. Thank you for joining me. I am using the Alchemical deck by Robert M. Place. This is my go-to deck for readings, and I am wanting to thank you for subscribing and tuning in and sharing these posts, and for your support on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. And also for following me on Instagram at Summer Gemmy. For those of you into that, it's a personal Instagram account, but I throw in my astrology here and there as well. So feel free to follow me there. Let's start at the top of the month with a Mercury transit. Mercury is now direct. Yes, bring on the breeze. That mild little breeze that came through. Mercury is direct, and on the 7th, he makes a transit into the sign of Libra. We have a lot of action in Libra. When he gets there, he's conjunct the Sun and Jupiter in the 7th house for you, the polar opposite house, the house of soulmates, the sector of relationships and partnerships. And the planet Mercury going into that sector is really phenomenal for your communication style with your business partnerships, your significant others, and also very prominent in receiving information that's necessary in that capability as well. It goes both ways. But with Jupiter and the Sun there, this is very expansive energy in the house of relationships. So for those Arians who are looking to link up with someone significant, this is the time frame. And Mercury will be there for 17 days. On the 24th, he'll make another transit. He's making up for lost time due to his retrograde in September at the tail end of August through September 22nd, but it's full speed ahead. October is a month of a lot of square energy as well, so it is a month of change. We have too many squares to even mention happening, but the predominant energy is a square between Uranus and Pluto, but Mars is conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. And I'll address that in a little bit. I'll stick with the top transit. But this month, this is about receiving connection, receiving communication from someone that you're interested in regarding relationship or starting a business. You could really see an engagement too, for those of you wanting that to happen, with the Sun conjunct Jupiter in the 7th. That's marriage, and that is linking up with the right energy. Very expansive, lucky. So get out and be seen, because with Jupiter, it's about timing and luck, and the Wheel of Fortune is involved in that energy. I'd like to see that in your tarot. Let's see, on the 16th, we have our full moon at 23 degrees of Aries. This is your full moon. This is the culmination. There is a release and an ending. It's in the first house of self and body. You could see yourself maybe even ridding the body of extra weight, extra energy that you're holding on to. A full moon in the first could see you becoming quiet for an Arian, withdrawing some. So full moon in your first house. Awareness, culmination, an ending. Something that you inhabit, a habit that you're no longer in need of. You want to start 2017 real fresh and clear. So as these last 3 months, we're weaning out of this year, the year of endings, and we're getting prepared for the year of beginnings, 2017, you want to release old pattern, old default programming that you are just deferring to. And you do something 3 times, it's a habit. And you can establish a pattern in the number 3, in cyclical repetitions like that. So watch how you are referring to self in the first house. How are you referring to yourself to others? You want to watch everything you put out there about you. On the 18th, Venus transits into Sagittarius, and this is in the 9th house, conjunct Saturn. So Venus moving over, harmony, balance in the foreign sector or foreign travel sector. So this could see Arians taking a trip in mid-October. Could also see female energy coming to you from abroad, or contacts with feminine energy, female Venus, in forms of spirituality, the ninth house of metaphysical and philosophical, and even religion and law and politics apply here. Oh, interesting. Female in politics. Well, this is applying to the Arian. So, conjunct Saturn, there's a little bit of restriction here and tweaking still in this ninth house for you, Aries. You could be going through a revamping of your political beliefs, of your religious beliefs, and how you identify in the ninth house. But with Venus there is harmony. You can't escape that. So regardless of Saturn's restrictions, there is a smoothing over with Venus. So regardless of Saturn's restrictive energy, Venus is smoothing over this ninth house. So there is harmony here and a beautification in the ninth house sector regarding travel, belief systems, politics, religion, your philosophy. On the 22nd, the sun enters Scorpio. It's that time of year again. I can't believe how quickly this year went. So this is the 8th house that begins its activation. The house of shared resources, your house of intimacy and private matters. There are 3 houses in astrology that are kept real high priestess energy, real secret, and that's the 4th, the 8th, and the 12th. So having the sun in this 8th house of mystery, the house that Scorpio naturally governs, the occult, the secrecies in the 8th house. I said intimacies. The sun here, I mean, this is the spotlight here, and perfect for Halloween too, because that's the kind of, spooky house, the witchy vibe. And shortly, 2 days later, Mercury joins him in Scorpio. So you'll have the sun and Mercury leaving Jupiter in Libra and entering the sign of Scorpio in the 8th. Communications regarding where your money is and linked up with other people, your shared resources. Learning about the mysteries or learning of someone's secrets here in this 30-day transit between the sun and Mercury. Well, Mercury will be there about 21 days. But you could be very intrigued right now into solving mysteries or crimes, figuring out the whodunit, being your own sort of detective. That'll be perfect for Aries in the last week or 2 of October and 2 weeks into November. And on the 30th, we have our new moon at 7 degrees of Scorpio in this sector. So that's fabulous. It's going to be a real good Halloween. It's going to be super creepy and spooky. This is where you want to set your intentions. I'm sorry, not everyone is experiencing the new moon in their 8th house. However, everyone is experiencing the new moon in Scorpio. So however it applies, but naturally, Scorpio identifies with the 8th house. And since you're Aries and you lead the astrological wheel, this just goes in order for you around the wheel. But please watch your ascendant to receive sharper astrology for your natal positioning. Because your ascendant depicts where your first house is on your natal charts. These are solar forecasts, but please watch your ascendant and your moon sign if you vibe on that, because some people have been writing me that they really resonate with their moon. And that's fine. Watch it up, because you can draw. Not every forecast will apply to every sign, obviously. These are general forecasts, but draw the energy from each one of those forecasts and apply it. And you never know what will resonate with you when you hear, the horoscope or the forecast. You just use what fits. Now, the Mars conjunct Pluto energy, I mentioned this in September's video. I'm not really feeling this vibe. It's very aggressive, and the dates are a little bit earlier than I depicted in September, but from the 12th of October through November 4th, where there will finally be 9 degrees separated, Mars is sitting on top of Pluto, who's comfortably stationed in Capricorn, and this is squaring Uranus in Aries. Tumultuous energy. And Aries, that is, your first house. And this is regarding the career with you, or the status, the social status, the name, the title, how you, the highest version of yourself is the 10th house. How you are projecting yourself out there. It's the highest part of the astrological wheel, next to the midheaven, in between the 9th and 10th house. So this abrupt, aggressive energy, I feel, is applying to us globally. And oddly, it's falling right in alignment with election period and all of that in the States, in the Northern Hemisphere. So we'll see how that applies, but it seems to be like we'll be going through some upheaval in that time period. It could also apply to natural disasters as well, because of the plutonic energy squaring Uranus, which is electricity, and Mars is fire, and Pluto is death. This could be earthquake energy. This could be volcanic, actually. And I always feel a little bit of I don't know if it's the clairvoyant part of me or just the premonition energy, but the area near Yosemite and the northern Pacific coast is concerning me. And it has for a while now, but I don't wish any of that to happen, obviously, for anybody. So we'll see how it applies, but this is, a nature kind of thing. This is an elemental thing. This is energy. It's Mars, Pluto, and Uranus. 3 very abrupt planetary energies combining. So and squaring, which is not harmonious energy. It instills change, and it's uncomfortable. So let's see how this applies in your tarot, all of this month, for Aries. Oh, I love the breeze. Thank you. Because I was considering going inside. It's super hot, man, and I'm melting. I don't want to have to go like this, like every every few minutes in the video, but, I'll do my best here. Aries, here are your cards. And if you'd like to book with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. I love what I do, so if you are interested in a reading, feel free to select your order via the PayPal button, and I will get back to you in an email with some dates. The Magician, nice. This is super energy. He initiates the tarot with a number. He's number 1, right after the Fool, and you have all the tools you need, Aries. You have the wand, you have the pentacle, you have the cup, and you have the sword. You have everything you need to conduct your magic. And, he's Mercury the messenger in this card. He is Hermes in this card, the winged messenger. And I never pronounce this right. Caduceus? Caduceus? You know what I'm trying to say. It's the medical staff that is wrapped around with the snakes. It's about healing, and it could be that some of you haven't been feeling your best, and it's a time for healing. Let's see what else comes up. The Nurturer, 6 of Cups, nostalgia, referring to the past, giving yourself just enough, not too much, not too little, really tending to self-care, self-emotional care. Let's see what else comes up. 8 of Coins, repetition of work, keeping busy, keeping committed. The Apprentice energy, learning, sticking to your commitments. Oh, Aries, in the first house, when I mentioned the full moon in the house of body, this all so far really strongly resonates with how you are repetitively monitoring your health and taking care of yourself and sticking to it. If you do something for a week, that's amazing, but do it for the long haul. Don't think you're on a short-term diet plan. This is about life change, not I'm going to do something for 2 weeks. Incorporate it throughout your life, or try to stick a little further to your commitments. And the Seven of Cups, the tools. Not everything is seen yet. There's something that needs to be unveiled here. That's the full moon, the awareness on the 16th. But this is psychic ability. It's your intuition. It's knowing already what you're capable of, but just putting it into action. What you think about, you bring about. You are creating your path through your thoughts. The mind is useless in the form of worry. That's like praying for what you don't want. And trust me, in my own personal life, I'm just as much a victim of doing that. I try to really stay on top of myself, but it's hard. You know, the mind can run amok. It's just what it does. It's the body. It's neurological. It doesn't mean that it's right. It only knows how to just constantly think. So take it down a notch. This is for anyone suffering with anxiety and over-analytical to the point of really being your own detriment and stopping your own progression and blocking yourself because you're thinking too much and you're worried too much. Now, I'm channeling a lot of this because that's not necessarily what all of these cards mean. You have another card, Three of Cups. Draw from friendship and female support at this time. Or, you know, if you're a dude, it's, you know, your homies. But this is generosity and respect and celebration and taking the time to acknowledge and celebrate what you have accomplished, whether it is for that week period of time, you know, it's congratulate yourself and share your accomplishments with other people because they can boost you up and help you too. Taking self-care out of this, although it's hard to with the way these cards feel to me. So perhaps this message is for certain Aries only who are dealing with the self-care. But with that Eight of Coins regarding work and repetition, for those of you really needing to get over something or heal from something, throw it into your work. Throw it into your routine and keep a very steady and positive thinking routine, and you have a lot of protection around you. There's some nostalgic energy, referring to the past in order to heal could apply with the Six of Cups. Aries, I hope this was helpful for you. I'm wishing you a sweet and beautiful October. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.